Yes, good afternoon people. Another quick video. Today I want to talk about the unrest, what's going on all over the country. What started the trigger, the tragic loss of life of the 3 girls down in Southport. And before I get into it, I'd like to send my condolences out to the family and all of that. And yeah, but what's taken place since then is not good. Because it started off as protests, and every single one of the protests has led to violence against the police and property. Now it's escalated into people attacking people because of their colour of their skin on both sides. Is this where we really want to go with it? You got people trying to get into the hotel where asylum seekers are. Now, I don't know, but what are you going to do when you get in there? What? A lot of people's going to go to jail for what's going on, you know? Or get criminal records when maybe they're not criminals. But one thing we have to address, people are saying it's far right and that. And now, well, it's pretty obvious what's going on, isn't it? There's some people there who's just protesting because they're protesting they've got reason to protest. And there's some people just out there to cause trouble. Go with the police and it's a chance to make a little change. Loot the shops and stuff like that. There's an element there like that. We can't deny that. But what I'm saying is that when it's escalating to just beating people up because of the colour of their skin, this is not the way to go. And what I don't understand, you got the prominent people, the Tommy Robinsons, Nigel Farage, Katie Hopkins, all of them people, they're not saying nothing. Suella Braverman, let's not forget, you know, Suella Braverman labelled the peaceful protest from pro-Palestine people as 8 marches. She's quiet as a church mouse right now. You ain't heard nothing from her. Everyone's getting on Kier Starmer's back, but Labour's only just come in power, you know. They don't like what he said about he's going to protect the Muslim mosque. You know, people are up against that. But I don't think he would have said it if he didn't need to say it. Because initially, no one weren't going for mosques. Then all of a sudden, every time there's a protest, the man them's going and trying to stone the mosque and trying to mash up mosques and all of that. So if we're going to still sit here and say there's not a racial element to it, then we're being stupid to ourselves. And I'll say we're stupid to ourselves. And the reason why I say we're stupid to ourselves, because even if they stopped immigration today, boats, planes and everything, we've got existing immigrants here. So what happens to them? Do we want to really live in a society where you're looking over your back? If someone of another colour's coming, he might jump you and they might jump you and all of that. No, this ain't the way to go. Now everyone has to look at themselves now, and if you can do a bit better yourselves, think to yourself, what can I do better? Whatever it may be, do it. Because no matter what, it's a class thing. Because even when immigrants weren't here, you had the poor working class down at the bottom, same way. The way people are going on is like if immigrants weren't there, everyone would be fine and everyone would have everything. Far from it. It's a class thing. If you got papers, you can go up there with them. If you ain't got no papers, you're down there with the working class. And that consists of blacks, whites, everybody, all the poor people down there. So we have to live good together. Tolerance. We might not like each other, but going around doing what we're doing, or people's doing, I saw a video, and every single car on the road, the window was smashed of the car, the windscreen, and people smashing people's front door. Now this is where people live on people's property. I thought this was about the people coming over on the boats. That's someone's house who's been here from time to manage to get a mortgage to have a house. So he has to be a citizen to get all these things. But we're oh my days, I can't believe what's going on. I can't believe what's going on. And you still got some people trying to justify it. Everyone gets the frustration, but taking it out on your fellow man is not the one. You can't take it out on your fellow citizen. Mashing up their property, smashing up their businesses. The politicians, certain politicians, they need to take accountability too. You got the media and the press, they're ready to label Tommy Robinson, Katie Hopkins as, yeah, they're agitators and so forth. But what about the politicians who's agitated this? What about the Suella Bravermans? What about the Lee Andersons? What about the Nigel Farages? You know, these are prominent people sitting in Parliament. The rhetoric, what they have used, has contributed to what's gone on here. I'm not saying Tommy Robinson and Katie Hopkins ain't got something to do with it as well, I suppose. But to try to solely blame them is wrong. It's alleged that Tommy Robinson gets paid by certain people to cause the Muslim unrest, the hatred against the Muslims. That's alleged. But who knows? He's not in the country now. He's away. He's not here. Politicians and everyone has to watch their rhetoric now. We're all in this together if you're down at the bottom. And wrecking people's property and having hostilities against each other on the street, don't you think they want this? The divide and conquer tactic is working a treat right now. It's working a treat. Anything divides us. And now, what's taken place over the past week has shown how divided we really are. Any sane-minded person can't justify what's going on. Because right now, you can't tell me this is about the 3 girls. And again, my condolences to the family and all of that. This is something else, man. It could be economical, anything like that. But we have to try to live good together. And I'll end with this. No matter what, we have to learn to live together. This only ends badly for us if this continues. We've already made Keir Starmer announce new legislation. They're going to make new plans. They're allowed to use their facial recognition. All this is just bringing in what they want to bring in anyway. I think we just need to take a step back from what's happening and try different means of protesting. I'm sure the government's heard loud and clear that people ain't happy with the immigration. In my opinion, that's not going to get sorted. That's just going to get a lot worse. So maybe we've got to brace ourselves for this type of thing to be happening on a regular. If it does happen on a regular, expect martial law. We've got to learn to have tolerance. Same like we did for the last 20 years, 20, 30 years. And what the events of the last week has shown was the last 20, 30 years of pretense. Was people only pretending to like each other? Well, let's go back to pretending then. Because it's much better than this. People have got kids, grandkids coming up. You don't want them growing up in this kind of environment. We're going to... Come on, man. We need to fix up as people and do better. Tell me what you lot think in the comments. How we can make this better. But thanks for watching. Share, comment, like and subscribe. United we stand, divided we fall. And at the moment, we're falling out of here.